You, what's up, y'all? Tell like it is TV, man. Let's motherfucking talk about it, y'all. Hold up real quick, man. What I tell y'all, man? I told y'all that boy JT is the coldest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. How this is Big Game J. When Big Game J show up, he the coldest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period, nigga. You know what I mean? Big game from Jason Tatum, man. He showed up big time. Not only him, Jaylen Brown got the party jumping early. You know what I'm saying? Challenged the fans to, you know what I'm saying, turn up. And I thought he was right about that. The fans have been mid. You know what I'm saying? The fans have been mid. I ain't gonna hold you. When the Bruins lost, the fans, it just seemed like they was like mid at best. Yeah, and I agree with them. It's game 7, we coming back. We just got one on the road. I need y'all to turn up. And turn up, the fans did. So let's give a round of applause to the fans. You know what I'm saying? That showed up tonight and showed ass tonight. You know what I'm saying? Gave it everything they got. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And the players went out there and performed. Al Horford was big. Robert Williams was big. Brogdon came through, did what he did. Can't forget about Marcus Smart. You already know what time it is. Man, this was a big win for them defensively. Listen, I'm going to keep it a bean pie with y'all. I think James Harden, low key, played the game real petty. Why? Because Embiid called him out. You know what I'm saying? Embiid called him out at the end of that game. And I said, when I seen James Harden doing all this passing to PJ Tucker and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, Harden ain't gonna really go for it today. He like, nah, I ain't gonna blame me. I'm gonna go ahead and this. He said he want the ball, give him the ball, and they gave Embiid and ball. And I thought I'm gonna keep it a bean pie with y'all. I thought Embiid did some sucker shit at the end of Game 6 on what he said, because that's bullshit. Niggas gave you the rock, fam. You know what I'm saying? And you know it is what it is. You can't complain about not touching the ball if you're not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? They was moving the ball, getting into the paint, getting effective, getting open looks, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and you was getting some open looks. And then on top of that, you was getting shut down. Al Horford was locking you up, fam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you stagnating the offense because Al Horford locking you up. It ain't like you out here making a move and going and shit. You doing all this other shit and flopping around and shit. You know what I mean? Like this nigga fading away and shit. You know what I mean? He think he a motherfucking Kevin Durant or something out there and shit. Like, shit is crazy, you know what I mean? So these niggas Harden getting into the paint, driving, kicking, he penetrating the defense. And I understand niggas is going to jump on Harden ass. I'm not jumping on Harden ass. He did what he had to do. It is what it is. He proved his points in this series. But the problem is Joel Embiid. He don't want to take that heat when that shit ain't going well for him. That's just how that shit worked. So they said, okay, all right, well, nigga, we're going to give you the back. Let's see what you do. And he failed. And that nigga failed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Point blank period. The meal was on him and he failed. Game 7. Jason Tatum came through and balled out. You know what I'm saying? Turned up, elevated his game at the end of the day. And this is what I said, man. The Celtics don't get no credit, man. And they mention it's funny because now they mention this when they get to now that they won this game. Well, during the game, actually before the game ended. Dude, Mike Breen go up in there and say the same shit I just said in my last video, talking about the Boston Celtics. I told y'all these niggas have been low key. They really been a low key dynasty in the East. They just haven't won it yet. You know what I'm saying? They've been kind of ruling this shit for real for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They just haven't got over that hump. Last year was the year that they got over the hump. You see what I'm saying? And actually made it to the finals. You know what I mean? 2020 was the year that they really should have won that shit to keep it a bean pie, but the referees jobbed these niggas against the Miami Heat in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? They would have beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the bubble. Easy work. Kimba, man, they couldn't stop them dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. We on to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I low key think that, you know, and Doc had to do what he had to do. Doc seen that shit and benched him real quick, like fuck it. But then when he put these other dudes in the game and let Embiid go ahead and do his thing, Embiid he couldn't scratch. He couldn't scratch. So he had to throw Harden back in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, if niggas is, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. It is what it is. I ain't going to jump in nobody's mind and no shit like that. But I just think that's kind of unfair. Like, I ain't blaming Harden for the shit, nigga. You called me out. You pretty much called me out. I ain't touching the rock. Da 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 da. Who's the ball handler? James Harden. James Harden. So you low key blame me for the reason why y'all lost this game. No, Tatum got it going. He one of the best players in the world. He snapped on, and it was a problem after that. We missed shots, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got your shot blocked and shit like that, and all that sequence. It wasn't like James Harden was shooting all the shots while Tatum was going crazy. That's a lie. That's a lie what Embiid did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not respecting it. And I don't think Harden respected that shit to keep it a bean pie with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's kind of crazy because, like, nah, bro, you ain't about to sit up on this podium and blame this dude for the loss. You know what I mean? Because maybe he struggled in general in the game and maybe you didn't struggle as much. So, you know, you can just kind of put the meal on Harden like, nah, that's corny. You know what I'm saying? That's corny at the end of the day. So, you know, he was doing what he had to do to go for the win. You know what I mean? Playing his part. You know what I mean? So I think Harden did what he needed to do. But, you know, obviously he played bad tonight. It is what it is, but I think a part of him wasn't looking to get the blame. He was facilitating. He was doing a lot of facilitating. He wasn't going for it. You know what I'm saying? And a part of that is how Embiid did that shit, man. That was some sucker shit that nigga pulled. You know what I mean? That's some sucker shit he pulled. But some could argue that's some sucker shit Harden pulled for you know, being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gonna have to say that about Kobe Bryant too, because he did that as well. You know what I'm saying? And that was the media that did that. You know what I'm saying? He just went out there and just kamikaze the mission just cause. You know what I'm saying? RIP to Cole, but these are facts. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? So if he went out there, niggas still respect Cole, cool. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if he got rings or not. He actually pulled that shit off. You know what I'm saying? And James Harden, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if that's what he pulled off, because that was some absolute. I was like, man, I can't believe Embiid did that, bro. You just come back and, you know, you get ready for game 7. That's got to be a mentality at the end of the day. Like, y'all just missed out, you know what I mean? But you don't start talking about, I ain't touched the ball the last 5 minutes. I don't know why. What's up with that? Maybe I need to ask for the ball more. You know, it's just kind of crazy that, you know, I didn't get the ball, you know, for the last 11 minutes of the game, even though, you know, I did get locked up a little bit. But what about Al locking your ass up and be, oh, you know, I did have those couple of possessions. What about Al locking your ass? Well, you know, I did have those kind of possessions, but, you know, and I did break a few shots and, you know, I was getting kind of cooked on defense a little bit, but, you know, I don't know why I didn't touch the ball. Harden, you know, he was pushing the pace. And, you know, we was looking better when we was pushing the pace. And, but, I'm the MVP, you know, I should have touched the ball for the last 5 minutes of the game. Like, I just thought that, you know, but don't blame me for the loss. You know, I didn't touch the ball last 4 minutes of the game. Yo, that's some sucker shit that nigga pulled, man. And I don't understand how niggas ain't jump on Embiid ass for that shit, man. I don't understand that. Y'all give Embiid a clean pass for that bullshit, man. That's some bullshit Embiid pulled, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blaming Harden and them niggas for that shit, man. They went out there and said, all right. And then look, when they pulled, because I can guarantee you, niggas that was probably like, man, get this nigga Harden out the game. Okay, they took Harden out the game. Guess what? Embiid still couldn't get it done. So therefore, he had to put Harden back in the game. That's how bad that shit was, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That nigga got embarrassed out there, but y'all gonna cook Harden, though. Niggas gonna cook Harden. Y'all ain't gonna jump in Embiid for the sucker shit he pulled. That's some sucker shit he did. Then, okay, nigga, you better get out here and go get 50 then. You better go do what Tatum trying to do. Tatum trying to go get 50. What you trying to do? You the MVP. And that nigga folded. And he folded, man. He folded. Then now he want to look, he want to let the offense run hot. Nah, bro. You should have took that loss. Niggas got pride and niggas got shit on the line, bro. You out here making it seem as if this man cost the game. Like, blame Harden. Because Harden was the one that was pushing the pace on the ball in that game 6. See what I'm saying? And then they gave you and slowed it up and let you do your thing. And you was out there bricking and getting locked up by Al Horford and flopping. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, salute to the Boston Celtics, man. You know what I mean? Hell of a win, man. I still don't know why Grant Williams is not playing. I thought he would have been better to play than Derek White today. Derek White kind of struggled today. It is what it is. He struggled offensively and defensively. That's the thing that was troubling to watch that shit because he was struggling on both ends. It's like, damn, nigga, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if him getting benched, but nigga, you better suck that shit up, nigga. We got a championship to go win, bro. We got a championship to go win, man. Get focused out here. They giving you the time. You know what I'm saying? Get out here and get focused. I just think that maybe this matchup was maybe a little bad matchup for him with some of the guys that's a little bit more physical. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but he just kind of struggled to me in this series. Maybe, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Maybe once he started, they went with Rod Williams and shit like that, you know what I mean? And he got to come in and get his groove, but he going to have to get back and get ready, stay ready at the end of the day because we going to need him in that Miami series, you know what I'm saying? And I think Grant Williams is going to be needed as well in this series. So all these guys, man, keep your heads up, man, because some guys is going to be unsung heroes out here in matchups. And that's the one thing about Joe Mazzulla, but and with Embiid in them, they needed to play big. That's why I was like, that shit was pissing me off. They was going small like that. Like, nah, bro, you got to stay big, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay big, stay physical on Embiid. And this dude got to start. You know what I'm saying? Williams got to start, bro. Like, why you ain't got this man starting? You know what I'm saying? His athleticism and shit like that, you know what I mean? Nah, he has to start. And Al Horford can handle Embiid. Williams can handle Tucker. Tucker ain't really out here doing no shit like that. And if he do try to get to the bag, Williams gonna punch that shit. Easy work. And he can come through and help out on Horford and shit like that and rotate. So yeah, I thought that was the game changer right there with them switching that lineup back. Cause I didn't understand that shit the whole time. I'm like, bro, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, my nigga. Leave that lineup the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That lineup is what got us to the championship. It's just that Williams started to get hurt, so we had to use different lineups. But you can use that within the game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can use those lineups within the game, within the pace of the game, to keep the game at a certain pace, spread the court out at times, this, that, and the third. So, at the end of the day, I thought Joe Mazzulla did great with that and then learning to adjust with that lineup on the floor and how they're going to run their offense, you know what I'm saying? And, you got to give him credit for that. And I have said, man, if they don't win, I'm going to cook it. I'm not going to blame him too much. But he's got to get cooked too because of the lineups that I was like, bro, if we lose a series, bro, like, why the fuck are you not starting big? You got to start big, bro. Embiid is a big dude. They got a lot of solid dudes at the end of the day. So you can't be out here finessing with dudes that's, you know what I mean? You got to play big. Play with size. And then as they wear down, the finesse and all that shit to come in, wear them niggas down at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But the good thing about that, he made adjustments, man. You just got to I'm going to give him his credit on that, man. Salute to Joe Mazzulla. That was a hell of an adjustment that he made, you know what I'm saying? Because that lineup was crucial. I didn't understand that shit, bro. After the game, I was pissed. I did a fucking recap of that shit. I'm like, yo, why the fuck isn't this dude starting Robert Williams, bro? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You letting Embiid just get out here. He looking like the end. Of course, he playing against a bunch of small dudes, bro, flopping around the court and shit. Marcus Smart guarding him and shit, bro, of course. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But salute to the Boston Celtics, man. Hell of a win, man. On to the Eastern Conference Finals. There's nothing to really get too excited about. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're just glad for the moment that we won this game 7. And, we go on to the Eastern Conference Finals, man, against the Miami Heat in some unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. They've been a thorn in our side. And, it's time for us to go over there and do what we do to them. And that's knock their ass out the playoffs, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to show that, listen, you know what I'm saying? We know that y'all good. We respect y'all. But listen, we on a whole different mission and we on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels to this shit at the end of the day. So, it is what it is. And on to the NBA Finals we go. And as we handle for real this unfinished business, man, this is really unfinished business, man. This is our time to get the championship, man. We really low-key been dominating the East for a minute, man, and people don't like to talk about that. That's crazy. Like, Tatum is not recognized as one of the best players in the world. How? The man has been in the Eastern Conference Finals for a minute. You know what I'm saying? For a minute, low-key in a young career. You know what I'm saying? He was a rookie when he got there. Then he made it again. Then they made it another time. Then they made it in the bubble. Then they made it last year. Now they making it this year. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When y'all going to get a man his just due? You know what I'm saying? Y'all love to shit on him and shit like that when he have a bad game, but when the nigga come through and whatchamacallit, y'all want to talk shit about the other team. Y'all don't want to give the nigga no credit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that shit is crazy, but it is what it is. In due time, niggas will give niggas they props and they respect and what they accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And I think the future for Jaylen Brown, man, and Jason Tatum is and Marcus Smart in that core is very bright, man. This is a dynasty in the making. And at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. Unless the league want to, do some fuck shit and give this nigga LeBron his 5th title, man. It is what it is, man. But at this point, man, the Celtics, man, they got it, man. They got it. They got that shit, man. They got that shit with them. They got some dogs and they got lineups and they got things they can do. So everything's going to be an adjustment. And Joe Mazzulla is going to have to make timely decisions, strategy, using guys like Grant Williams, especially in this Miami Heat series. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe guys like Hauser might be a little bit better. Maybe guys like Peyton Pritchard might give them a little spark here and there. You know what I'm saying? But the key is you got to have protection at the rim. You know what I mean? So Grant Williams might have to place a little bit more with some of the other lineups so they have protection at the rim. So these guys can have their legs to dribble and throw their shots up. You know what I'm saying? When you're taking out Al or something like that, because Al is good, but Al ain't no elite shot block. You know what I mean? Al can't get up there. Robert Williams is in the paint. Niggas is like, all right, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little different and shit. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But, that's just the key with that shit when it comes to Miami as well, with guys like Jimmy Butler and shit like that. You know what I mean? I think Grant Williams can do a great job on Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? Even getting Jimmy Butler to get some offensive fouls on his ass at the end of the day, because Jimmy Butler is a hacking ass, jumping into you kind of fucking character and shit. But we'll get into all that as Wednesday come at the end of the day, and it is what it is. But anyway, man, don't get mad at me, man. I just gotta tell like it is, man. So shout out to day ones, shout out to new ones, man. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, niggas. The like button is free. That nigga JT. I told y'all niggas that nigga's the coldest. That's Billie Jean right there. And that's crazy because remember I did that video. Now Mark Jackson said, yeah, man, he should be moonwalking. Yeah, you damn right. I told y'all niggas about that nigga Jason Tatum, man. That nigga Billie Jean. That nigga Motown 25. Moon, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, man, that nigga's the truth, man. That dude is the truth, man. And he here to stay, him and Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? And this whole team in general, man. This shit is something, this shit is going to be, y'all niggas hate it. Y'all niggas hate it. Oh, yeah, I know all these niggas sick. They're sick. The Sixers lost. They about to front. All the niggas, hold up, before I end this video, all the niggas that wanted the Sixers to lose, or that are Sixer fans, y'all meant they wanted the Celtics to lose so bad, they going to cook the fuck out of the 76ers because they wanted, instead of giving the Boston Celtics their credit, they going to cook the 76ers, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.